one of the biggest lessons I learned is there was a point where I was like, oh, you could look up the proverbial mountain and be like, hey, like I'm never going to get to that spot. Or
Yeah.
you could say, hey, like I will never get to that low point because that'll never happen to me. I'll never be one of those people. And I think like what I've found over the years is that like when I'm not deliberate with like my actions, that I start working my way closer to like the bottom of the barrel, so to speak, just quality of life and everything else. But when I was paying attention to my habits, especially through the practice of reflecting and journaling, I started getting more deliberate about everything. And once I started getting more deliberate, I found that I was actually making that trek up the mountain, and all of a sudden you look back and you're like, wow, like I've done all these things. What was it? And it was the fact that I was deliberate with my time. And so I think that's been like the biggest thing is I feel like for the longest time I just kind of went through the motions of life, not really sure of like what I wanted or even who I was. And as a result of that, like there was so many wasted years in the military. Like I honestly, Tony, like didn't get serious about my development until I was a captain,
Hmm.
kind of company command time frame a little bit past. And so I was like, wow, if I would have spent like the 6 7 years previous, like
Right.
man, I could have been a better company commander or a better platoon leader or a better staff officer. So I think for me, like that's been the biggest takeaway over the last couple of years.